I've got a question and I want your help in answering it. I want to access the community's hive mind to find the best way. This is just a short video, as this week I've been hard at work preparing the next installment in the SV08 Tool Changer series, and that means printing lots of parts and iterating between them. Now the thing about this project is it does things to the Voron standard, and that means using these little heat inserts. So when you iterate, you end up with an old part that you no longer need with the heat insert still in it. I hate waste, so naturally I've been trying to extract them and recycle them. But am I doing it the best way? Firstly, installing these heat inserts. And I used to use a soldering iron, but I didn't have the right tip and it was all a little bit cumbersome. So these days I use this specific tool designed by Naomi Wu. If you want all of the details, I'll link to this full video going through it. In summary, what I really like is that it's quite automatic. You set the height you want the threaded insert to stay at, and then you can take your hands off and let the rubber bands or gravity push it down to that height. That lets me do this in a really repeatable way, as I can use both hands to hold the parts exactly square. It makes it really painless to do a whole batch of parts like this. So how about removing them from an old part that's now obsolete? For this, I just use a regular soldering iron. I really don't want to buy any specific new tools for a rare job. I put it in and then I start applying pressure to twist out the threaded insert before lifting up sharply, which generally will remove it from the printed part. As you can see, there's a bit of smoke here, which means the soldering iron is touching the plastic part. That's not ideal, but at least it is easy to clean off any plastic and contamination before I use the iron again for soldering. Using this technique, the old part does get a little bit deformed, but it's completely superfluous to my requirements, so I really don't mind. So the old components are out, but they're not ready to reuse. As you can see, they've still got bits of plastic melted onto the outside surface that I'd like to remove. For this, I've got a metal rod that I put through the center of the heat insert. An old Allen key would also do the trick here, but you will need gloves if it's short, as your fingers are going to get hot when we introduce the torch. This one's probably a little overpowered, but what I'm trying to do is heat it till it just glows cherry red. By the time it gets that hot, any plastic stuck to the surface will simply vaporize away. And this is an old technique that I've used many times over the years to melt plastic and clear nozzle blockages. The insert will be hot, so make sure you put it on a metal tray, because let's say you dropped it straight onto a wooden table, it's going to burn into the wood and we wouldn't want that. Be warned that it doesn't take very long to get the insert way too hot and to start it melting. This brave insert is going to take one for the team, as I purposely heat it up way past that cherry red point. It's a little bit hard to pick up on the camera, but those glowing points are deforming and the insert no longer wants to fall off the rod, it needs to be tapped off instead. There's also bits of brass melted and left behind on the rod that I needed to heat up to remelt and then scrub off. For those with knowledge, here's some metallurgy questions. After I finish melting off the plastic, I sit them in the tray and I let them cool down in the air. It only takes a few minutes before they're cool enough to touch with my hands, but the question is, should they be quenched instead? What I'm doing here is the same as annealing, which when I was a teacher was something we used to do to help with work hardening when the kids were making simple rings. Despite their altered appearance, in this application, I don't see why these would perform any worse after this process, but let me know if you're better informed. Just in case, I have been sorting these and saving the new and shiny ones for the most important parts. So that's what I've been doing, but the question is, are you doing it in a better way that I can learn from? Now remember, my criteria is I'm not looking to buy any specialist equipment that's going to take up space and cost money. I just want something simple and effective. Let me know down below in the comment section.
G'day, it's Michael again. If you like the video, then please click like. If you want to see more content like this in future, click subscribe and make sure you click on the bell to receive every notification. If you really want to support the channel and see exclusive content, become a patron. Visit my Patreon page. See you next time.